no sooner than November 20th, 2018. Well, that is today. Welcome, everybody. How are you guys doing? My name is Gara Met10, and today, here on this exciting Yu-Gi-Oh! Video, we are going to be talking about my predictions for the November 2018 ban list. And, well, we don't know if it's coming out in November. Knowing Konami, it'll be like 2 months from now. But it says on here that the next update will be after this, will be no sooner than November 20th, 2018, which is today. So, also knowing my luck, I will put this up today, and then I will wake up after going to sleep, and the ban list will be out. So, without further ado, let's get talking to the ban list, starting with cards that I think are going to be banned. And, well, I mean, you guys never really know what Konami is going to be doing, but these are my educated guesses on what cards will be banned. Starting off with Toon Cannon Soldier, and along with Toon Cannon Soldier can be also Cannon Soldier Mark II, Amazonas Archer, any of the other burn cards that are not once per turn that you can summon out to burn damage to your opponent. So Infernity FTKs, not Gem Knight FTK, that one doesn't require those, but the Danger Dark World FTK, all of these FTK decks that require burning your opponent. So yeah, that's pretty self-explanatory for cards that we're thinking are going to get banned. And I mean, FTKs are just not healthy for the game if they are so consistent that they can play through hand traps or stop hand traps. So yeah, it's a very strong deck. I didn't do as well in the YCS Pasadena, but the threat is still out there. So after the burn cards, we have number 75, Bamboozling Gossip Shadow. And this card is really kind of weird because it doesn't look that good until you remember number 86, Heroic Champion Raghumidiad is in the game, where before Raghumidiad was super hard to summon. You needed 5 level 4 warriors to maximize its effects. Now with this card, with the Dark Warrior deck and with 6 Samurais and a couple other decks, you really only need 2 level 4 warriors and then as many level 3s as you can summon. Because what you do is you go into Summon Sorceress, and then you have the 2 level 4s, and then say with 6 Samurais you can consistently bring out 4 level 3s. So that brings you a number 75 with 5 materials. Number 75 connects and combines with Raghumidiad. So Raghumidiad now has 7 materials for it. So that gives you 3 of your turns to blow up every card your opponent controls, and 4 turns for your opponent to not be able to summon monsters. If you can't kill your opponent in 4 turns, you don't deserve to be playing this card or Raghumidiad. So either this card getting banned or Raghumidiad getting banned, but I can see them banning this card more than Raghumidiad, just because Raghumidiad isn't that great when it doesn't have this card in the game. So after this, going and hitting that Goki Dark Warrior deck, I just think it needs a hit, and there's not really a good hit for it, because the fact that it's Dark Warriors, you're gonna have to hit so many cards to get that deck out of here. Like, if you hit Gokis, then they're just gonna not play Gokis. You don't need Gokis to play the deck, and that's what me and my friend Cody were discussing. Is he's like, well, they just need to hit Gokis. I'm like, yeah, you hit Gokis, take Super X, ban Super X, and then they're just gonna take the Gokis out and just play more combo extenders, because really you don't need Gokis, you just need extenders. And so that's why the Dark Warrior deck is so annoying, because even now they're using Dangers. So Danger Dark Warriors hitting the Super X is not going to help, but it will help them think a little bit. So taking Super X down to 0 would help, in my opinion, because it makes it a whole lot less consistent if you're playing the Goki part of it. If you're not playing Gokis, and you don't care about Super X anyways, but I would take Super X out of the equation altogether. Now, going on to our limits, I would limit Engage. Now, I don't want to see Engage get hit. The reason why I don't want to see Engage get hit, because as soon as the ban list drops, if Engage does not get hit, I'm buying 3 copies of it. And because it is currently like $30, $40, somewhere around there. So as soon as the ban list drops, if Engage does not get hit, I'm buying 3 copies of it. And I'm going to be playing pure Sky Strikers. But I think that bringing Engage down to 1 will help us just completely reset the format and let new decks come up, more innovation. I think the Dark Warrior, the Danger FTK deck, is a lot of innovation, but I think we need more innovation to make the game healthier. And so bringing Engage down to 1, I think we'll still see Sky Striker success if we bring Engage down to 1, but it just hits that consistency. And another card that I would bring down to 1 or 2 would be Widow Anchor. Widow Anchor is a really good card, but I think that it needs to just hit the Sky Striker consistency, just to make it to where it is not a pure consistency deck. Bringing Widow Anchor down to 1, along with bringing Engage down to 1, will help. If we bring Engage down, if we don't hit Engage and they hit Widow Anchor to 1, it does nothing. We saw what it did with Hornet Drones. You still have 3 Engage, 1 Hornet Drone. You're getting that Hornet Drone. Doesn't matter. So hitting Widow Anchor and Engage down to 1 would be our hit for the Sky Strikers. Now, going back to that Dark Warrior deck we were talking about, I think we shouldn't ban Armageddon Knight, because really the consistency part of it comes with having it at 3. Rhoda's at 1, so having 3 Armageddon Knight, 3 Dark Grepher, I think hit Armageddon Knight to 1, Dark Grepher to 1. People will still be able to play it. It just won't be as consistent. And yes, you can summon it off of Isolde, but you have to still get that Isolde. So it's kind of hit and miss. Some people want Armageddon Knight banned, and banning it would help with the problem of having Armageddon Knight. But I think it is what it is. So if they either ban it or they limit it, it's still going to be there. Now, the last card before we start talking about cards that I want them to take off of the ban list is the Trickstar Reincarnation, that I think they should put to 2. Now, the reason why I think they should put it to 2 is, I mean, it's just, that's something they're going to do. I mean, I can see them putting it to 1. I just think that they're going to put it to 2 just because that's a Konami thing to do. I've never been Droll Reincarnation. There's like 3 Trickstar players at my locals, and they don't ever really, Droll Reincarnation never really comes up. But yeah, I mean, it's a card. Trickstars are good. Hit it. And now, talking about cards that I think I want them to take off the ban list, and I think they are going to take off the ban list, are going to be Gateway of the Six is the first one I think they're going to take off. And the reason why I think they're going to take it off, and I'm going to put this card on every single one, is because they just announced the 6 Samurai Link Monster. And that Link Monster searches Gateway. So I'm thinking they want to put some hype into the 6 Samurai cards. And the only reason I don't think they're going to take this off is because they're going to wait for right before they release the 6 Samurai Link Monster. If they like bring this fully to 3 when they release the 6 Samurai Link Monster, then there's going to be so much hype around this card, so much hype around that set, that they're going to sell a lot of copies. So if they don't unban it, or not unban it, if they don't bring it to 3 now, then they're going to wait until they release the 6 Samurai Link Monster. The next card I think that they should unban, and I hope they bring to 3, is Maxi. And Maxi is not a healthy card for the game. I'm sure you all know what Maxi does, but Maxi is not a healthy card for the game. It's like Droll and Lock, except for Maxi does not stop your opponent, it gives your opponent more cards. So I think they should take it off. If Droll and Lock's at 3, Maxi can be at 3, and I think it will help with some of these degenerate strategies, because everything is so fast. We know they're not going to ban Firewall. The way we know they're not going to ban Firewall is they just released a new commercial promoting the Yu-Gi-Oh game on their YouTube channel that has Firewall in it. They're not going to ban Firewall. So as long as Firewall's in the game, we need Maxi at 3. I know they're not going to put it at 3 this ban list. If they're going to do anything, they're going to put it at 1. And then when they see that how much it doesn't help the game, they're going to put it at 3, just like they did with the OCG. And so I think Maxi should come off the ban list. It's going to come to 1 if it comes to anything, and then it will go to 3. Now the last card is going to be a super weird option that I think can come off, and that's Pot of Greed. I'll enter meme here. I think Pot of Greed can come to 1. I don't think it can come to 3, because if you play Pot of Greed at 3, you're essentially playing a 34 card deck. If you play Pot of Greed, no, a 37 card deck. I was thinking wrong. If Pot of Greed comes to 3, you're playing a 37 card deck. I think Pot of Greed can come to 1. Upstart Goblin is at 1. I think Pot of Greed can come to 1. Invoked 101 and I did a video, can Pot of Greed come back to 1? And I played Gokis and he played, I think it was Mech Knight Invoked. And we both started off with Pot of Greed in our hand and the 4 other cards. It didn't help me at all. Like, it did not help my consistency at all, because Gokis are 1 card combos. If you just add more cards to it, it gets the same amount of consistency, because all you need are those 1 cards. So adding Pot of Greed back would help the game. It would help the rogue strategies more to fight against the meta decks, I think, than helping the meta decks be better. And so I think Pot of Greed can come back to 1. And that is going to be it for my Yu-Gi-Oh! Ban list prediction video. Hopefully, like a little bit after this deck goes up, they will release the new ban list. But yeah, guys, that's going to be it. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys did, make sure to smash the like button, subscribe if you guys are new, and I will see you guys next time. Peace out.